Welcome on into the shifting sands of ancient Egypt. This is Ancient Farm by A2 Softworks, Ultimate Games Essay, and Playway Essay. So in this, we're going to plow, plant, water, and harvest as we try to build up our ancient Egyptian farm from the ground up. We're going to be handling everything from workshops and production buildings to temples. So this is very interesting, especially as a person who has traveled to Egypt and specifically to learn about all the different ancient sites from Alexandria to Siwa Oasis and so much more. This is really cool to see. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what this game has in store for us. All right, so camera movement, move mouse around screen, player movement, WASD, and player movement, use the space to jump, shift to run, and control to crouch. And this is a simulation game, farming sim, sandbox as well. I will say I love the music. Also, the visuals are really nice. This is all on ultra setting, and I will say the colors that are here are very vibrant. It's really cool also to see the birds flying overhead. That looks really good. Lighting is very nice. There's some nice detail and distinction on the rocks and the land. Cool. All right. So quest, player movement. Yep. Okay. We did that. Looking at the top right, so we have cycles, the year. Okay. And the time as well up there. Resources are on the top left. Rock. A solid geological formation that can be mined with a pickaxe. Okay, fair. Give 7... Wow, they give you all the information right off the bat. Look at that. You need a pickaxe, and you'll get 7 stone out of this. Okay. A slender tree with long, fan-shaped leaves. This will give you 10 wood. Okay, so we have large grass. Grass ideal for harvesting, which can be made into hay or used in construction. You need the sickle, and we get 5 grass from this. All right, so I'm assuming we can make tools and then harvest with those, but how do we get the tools themselves? Let's see, rock pile take, 6, okay. Branches as well. Basically, just grab whatever falls off of the bigger things that we need tools for, and then you're pretty much good to go. Yeah, so far, I don't see any NPCs. I don't see anything already built, which is interesting. Like, I would assume that we're not the only people. Either we need to travel out farther or something. I don't know. It's also kind of interesting that we don't have, like, a purpose. Like, in a lot of these games, they try to give you at least, like, a little bit of a story. Like, oh, you were a merchant and then decided to start your own farm or something like that. And here you're just like, okay, just start building. Which is fine, too. Actually, what this game gives me is vibes of Conan Exiles a little bit. Another rock formation that we can mine. Also kind of exploring around. Inventory and tools. Press I to open or close the inventory. Tools 1 through 5. Unequip with 0. Okay. Yep. That's simple enough. Ah, okay, so we do start with a tool. A hammer for building. Now, I'm curious on if it will have to defend against animals. You would assume. But, yeah, so far I don't really see any animals outside of birds. So, clear the ground. To clear the ground for construction or farming, click E on branches and smaller stones. Or take a sickle, okay? Build workshop. And then resources. Go to the building, then press E to put resources in the building. Ah, okay, so basically you're setting down... What we see now is pretty common are those blueprints, and then you fill it in with the inventory until, or the resources in your inventory, until it's fully built. I mean, this seems like a pretty solid place actually right here to start like a farm and workshop and stuff. We have some nice flat land. Not a lot of stuff in the way, which is nice. And then over there we have tons of rocks and trees. Over here, tons of plant life and whatnot as well. And water. So this is actually quite nice. It doesn't seem like we have to worry about personally food for us though. I don't see like a food or hydration or anything. We also can't even go into the water to swim, which is interesting. Not that that's absolutely necessary, but... maybe this is like the invisible wall. You know, like you can't go any farther than this. Water looks very pretty, though. Honestly, this water here is what like the Mediterranean looks like. Just very clean, very blue. Though the Mediterranean, I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but it is so salty. It hurts your eyes, it really dries out your skin. It's not the best experience to swim at it. Or to swim in it. It's better to just look at it. Boat on it is fine. Oh, we have gold. Okay, we have 3,500 gold. So there are clearly other people because we have an economy. I just haven't seen anybody. I don't know. Okay, so I just left-clicked with the hammer in our hand, and now we have builds, and then we have crafting stations. Workshop, a place where you can find the blueprints necessary to create the tools you need for everyday work. We would need 15 branches and 10 stone. Boom. Build your first workshop, the foundation of craftsmanship. Okay. It looks very cool. I dig that. Oh, that's neat. Ah, okay. Here are all of our blueprints. Sickle, bucket. Another bucket? Hold on. Water bucket, clay scoop. Ah, okay. I'm so unsophisticated. To me, it just looked like bucket. A hoe, small water jug, scythe, fruit picker. Oh, interesting. That's different. Small fertilizer, shovel, and demolition hammer. Okay. Well, we definitely want the pickaxe. You do not have enough items required to craft, though. Okay. So branches, stone, and I'm guessing wood is... yes, wood. Okay. I was looking at the image at first. I'm like, I can't really tell what that is. But yes, 6 wood. Okay. So yeah, they want you to go probably in order, honestly, in some respects. Well, no. All the other ones are pretty simple to a point. But yeah, it seems like you do need to get the axe first before you can make at least the pickaxe. Sickle we can make as well. Okay, we're crafting that. Prepare the field for planting crops. Go to the marked field, look around, you'll see a beam of light. I don't want to go to the marked spot. I found a spot. I'm very happy with my spot. Thank you very much. Move that beam of light over here, please. Thank you very much. Okay, we're good. Yeah, look at that. Very pretty looking game, for sure. Great music. Okay, so let's bring out the hammer again. Bakery, a place where flour is turned into various baked goods. Brewery and coffee roastery. Great, we're opening up Starbucks. Veronic Bucks. There we go. A station for producing wood boards, ideal for creating various objects. Stone cutter. Brickyard. Okay. Oh, wow. Thatch. Beef slaughterhouse. Pork slaughterhouse. There are clearly animals. Spinning mill. Spinning mill. Spinning mill. Cotton, hemp, wool. Linen fabric. Incense workshop. Hay. Mill. And olive press. Okay. So you're pretty much just... it's not even just that you're building an ancient farm. You're building an ancient village. Let's be real here. A village of one, it seems like, but still. Okay, so inventory. Let's see, can we drag our axe? There we go. Circle. So the hammer doesn't have any durability, but all other tools seem to. Oh, there we go. You have to be very close to the tree to cut it. Let's get that sickle out. I will say the tools look very cool, and I really like the details. So far, again, just very, very initial off the top of the head, this game feels like it's pretty solid for just kind of zoning out and doing basic tasks and stuff and basic building. If you just kind of want to get away mentally and get lost into something, this seems like a pretty good game so far for that. Though, you know what's interesting? Listening to this music, it's good music, it's very nice, but it doesn't fit the culture, the location. Like, this is very, like, medieval, like, European music. This is not, as far as I am aware of, ancient Egyptian music. Yeah, it's nice to listen to, it just feels a little out of place. Like, at this point, I feel like I'm kind of playing Medieval Dynasty. Okay, there we go. Now that should be enough wood. That way we can go get our stone pickaxe. It's interesting. I don't think I've really seen a layout like this for a workshop. It's interesting. There we go. Stone pickaxe. Let's test this baby out. There we go. Oh. Alright. Suddenly stone. Actually, this animation is pretty interesting because it does look like the stone pickaxe actually has a little bit of bounce back, which would happen if you if you hit one of these rocks hard enough, you know? So it's actually kind of neat to see. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but... Okay, so we have our stone, wood. Anything else we want to build right now? That makes sense. Let's see. And at this point, it would be a carpenter. First carpenter, build your first carpenter's workshop. It's time to make wood work for you, maybe? I don't know. Work for ellipsis. That's all I got. Okay, so we're turning wood into what looks like branches and planks. Am I understanding that properly? Okay, and it does look like you just have to keep standing here. You can't go like, hey, make 20 wood or make 20 planks or whatever. You do have to stand here and wait. And then keep going. Okay, so now we have a lot of planks. We can become pirates. We have the body of water right over there. We just need a boat. Station for the production of stone blocks. Okay. So I want to put you... Why can't I put you right here? I could put you right there. Okay. There we go. Stone foundations. The workstations look really cool. Wow, so that's our chisel, and then that's like the striking device. That's intense right there. And that would make 2 stone from 6 stone into 2 stone blocks. Okay. And once again to the hammer. Brickyard, a site for firing clay bricks where raw material is transformed into durable building material. A key place in the process of building solid structures. Let's see, can we rotate? R, no. Middle mouse button, no. Oh, Q and E, okay. Okay, so we need 6 planks and 4 more. Yeah, 4 more stone blocks. So we have to do this twice, and we'll go over to the wood to get planks. There we go. Okay. So we need some more wood. Let's go chopping. I really hope this music isn't copywritten. Or doesn't have copyright, I should say. That's the proper way of saying it. Because it just feels like the game needs some of the music. Because, like, I don't hear a lot of sound effects. Like, I don't hear birds. I don't hear wind. I hear the chopping. And I hear my footfalls, but I don't hear much else. This is very dramatic music. Life or death farming right here. Okay, so we need more planks. 2, 4, and 6. I guess I do hear like things that sound like cicadas and stuff. Actually, here. Yeah, brick by brick. All right. Hold on one sec. Let me lower the music volume. Let me up the sound effects here. Okay, I do hear birds now. Okay, just a little bit on the quieter end. I wanted to be fair when I was saying like I don't really hear stuff, and it's like, okay, well let me adjust some stuff here. Okay, so for clay bricks, we need clay. So we have to figure out where that is, which I'm sure we'll eventually find it. All right, so we have the first 3 builds all set up. Thatch needs, looks like stone? Planks. I'm not sure what else. Okay. Beef slaughterhouse. Yeah. So these are the things we don't have to really worry about right now. Workshop. We don't have the bakery yet or the brewery. Coffee? Roastery. Coffee roastery. Wow. Coffee now. There we go. That's what all the kids are saying. Advanced kitchen. Ooh, house. Okay. Need the blueprint. Looks like maybe grass, planks, stone, and something else. Probably the clay bricks, actually. Pigsty, chicken enclosure, sheep, pasture, big barn, medium, and small. Coach house, storage, temple. Yes, where people can worship me. Clay scoop, a tool used to collect and transport clay needed for firing bricks. Alright, well let's craft you up. We don't need the animal waterer yet. Knife, a tool used for slaughtering mature farm animals. Water bucket, okay. Which we might need the water for the clay maybe as well? I don't know. I'm curious on what we're going to be using water for here, if we're not drinking it. Scythe we don't need yet. Hoe we don't need yet. Small fertilizer. No, okay. Actually, it wouldn't be bad to have the water bucket, so let's get that going. We'll put those on the end of the bar here. Alright, let's go to this beam of light real quick. Yep, there it is. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, Senpai, teach me what you got. What are we doing here? Pick up any stones. Nice. Just gonna put that in my loincloth or whatever I'm wearing. Maybe nothing at all, to be honest. Okay, now we're cutting grass. Go to the workshop and craft the hoe. Oh, of course. Do a little bunny hop. Actually, it does feel like we're traveling a little bit faster. Alright, Ancient Farms Tech, I love it. Okay, there we go. Go to the inventory, grab our hoe. Return to the marked field, look around, you'll see a beam of light. I want to do it here, though. Alright. We'll farm over there, though, too, because I got to learn how to do it anyway. Up the hill? Aw, yeah. Alright, what are we doing? 5. Prepare the field. Aim at the marked area. Click left mouse button. Okay. Okay, so 2 thwacks and then it darkens and you're good to go. Carrot seeds have been added to your inventory. Oh, why thank you. Nothing like some good carrots. Go to the marked spot near the river. Okay, so that's where the water comes in, of course. Watering our plants. That makes sense. Really? You want me to go over here? Fine. You know, not like the water's right here, too. Oh! Oh, hi there. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay. Well, here are NPCs. Fantastic. Was not expecting this, but glad I found it. Oh, okay, you guys are merchants. Oh, alright, so we can buy animals from you, sheep and cows and stuff, but also tons of seeds. Go to the marked spot near the river. Okay, so that right there. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. Aim at the water and click left mouse button to collect 30 units of water. There we go. You have to make sure you aim at the shallow part of the water, not the deep end. Oh, wait, we were over here? Oh, this is for clay. Okay. Turn to the workshop and craft a water jug. Okay. Can't use the water bucket. We gotta have the water jug. My bad. Well, I am very happy that we do get to see other NPCs. That's at least nice. It's something. Lonely out here on these ancient farms. Go to the planted crop, look around, you'll see a beam of light. Are we getting beamed? Yep, there we go. So nice that the aliens are helping us here. Eventually we'll get to pyramid building. Actually, that would be really cool. Aim at the planted crop and water it by clicking left mouse button. Plant does not require water immediately after planting. If you planted it during this current cycle, wait until it ends. So I have to wait until the current cycle ends? Okay. Number of cycles into the next harvest 3. Without water, the plant will die in 101 cycles. You're doing something wrong, I feel like, if you're not watering it by that point. Okay, is it not with the watering jug, even though they made us use the watering jug? No? Is it? Huh. If you select the water, you can't do anything. Alright, so I'm assuming that I guess we just don't need to do it yet because it's in the same cycle. Oh, but it does look like the cycle is counting down. Okay, so maybe if we wait, we'll test it out here and see. Ah, okay, there we go. Right click to get rid of. The detail on that water jug looks really cool. I do like that. Alright, 10 more seconds, and then we can get to watering, which... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Karats, where'd you go? Oh, over here. There we go. Okay. So evidently cycles happen every 7 minutes or so, ish, almost. So after 7 minutes, you can go back, check, and water. Okay. Return to the workshop and craft a scythe. I already have a scythe. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Really? You don't see that I have a scythe? Why are you like this? Just gonna skip the tutorial because I don't want to remake stuff already made. But we have the carrots now, so those are growing. We know we can get seeds. We do have money for seeds, so I think at this point, we can actually purchase more seeds and just start farming. It is really weird, though, not seeing animals. Like, no elephants, no rhinoceri, nothing. Birds, every once in a while. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, here we go. And the merchants are gone. Well, crud. So I wonder if we get told when they're here. Definitely didn't get told when they left, but... Because I was going to start farming, but now I can't because I can't get seeds. Like, we can get more resources and build stuff, but... Let's see. I see if I can come across anything else of interest. Any interesting POIs or other people, like merchants traveling on horseback or anything like that. Horseback or camelback or whatever it may be. No other farms either, which is a bit weird. Can we go down here? Yes, okay. And keep in mind, can and should are two very different things. Okay, yeah, not much here. Some resources, but that's really about it. Alright, some quick bunny hopping and we're good to go. Not really seeing any caves or anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything there. Yeah, get some nice landscape visuals though. Like, what is here is very pretty. It's just very empty in a way. Like, we have a lot of resources that we can mess with, but not a lot of people or signs of life. Which feels weird. And it looks like we're just solely reliant on the merchant that, you know, comes via boat. We can't just go to people to trade or anything, which means that we have to wait on whenever those merchants arrive. Which feels a little annoying. Because I feel like that then limits you to what you can really do. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just get to plotting out our farm here. The other interesting thing is that a lot of the stuff we're growing, we don't even really need for additional crafting. It seems like it's just purely for selling. Maybe some of it we can use to feed our animals, but otherwise I'm just like, I'm not really finding a purpose for it besides just to do a task, if that makes sense. It's like, grow carrots. Why? Do I need to eat them? No. Do my animals need to eat them? If no, then okay, then we're just selling it? Yeah. Well then what's stopping me from just taking the most expensive crop there is and just focusing on that and just doing like an all cotton farm or an all, you know, whatever farm? Like, what would be the purpose of doing anything else except for variety's sake, you know? So I'm not sure on the plans for this game because this is a full release. This isn't in early access. So I am kind of curious to see what they'll do if they decide to add on more or, you know, build on the game further now that it's released. Okay, 2 more spots. Alright, so this is a start. Actually, let's go check on those carrots real quick. If I can remember where they're located. Now that we don't have the alien beam of light. So. Somewhere over here. Oh, okay, there we go. I think it's right over there. Yeah. Not ready to harvest yet. Okay, so let's add some more water. Can we do that? Almost. No, not at all. Hold on. 7. There we go. Okay. Number of cycles into the next harvest, 1. Okay, so 1 more cycle. So another 7 minutes, and then we can pull those carrots. Do we see a boat? A boot? No. Okay. I hope that exiting out of the tutorial prematurely didn't mess that up, but we'll find out. So we could eventually build storage. Let's see what else. Looks like we need blueprints for these. Cow pasture, but we don't have cows yet. So, yeah, don't worry about the animal stuff, I guess, right now. Crafting stations, brickyard. So we do have the first 3. Thatch. Okay, well, let's mess around with the clay here. We know there's a clay spot over there. Okay, so it's 6 clay for 2 bricks. Okay. So we'll see if we can find that spot of clay again. Trying to remember where it was at. I feel like it was like over. It was before the pier, if I remember right. It's like over here. Now I'm not seeing it. It was extremely dark brown, so it feels like it would be very hard to miss. In comparison to the very light sand. Yeah, did it like disappear because of the tutorial? Can we like add water? Just like, all right, get it wet. There we go. There's some clay. I don't know. Because I honestly don't see clay anywhere. Unless, let's see, if we get the tool out, does it like appear or something random? Yeah, I don't know. It was definitely over here. Oh, here we go. Okay. It's so weird that this is the only spot for clay that we've come across thus far. Because I've been all the way down there, all the way down there, all the way over there. Like, the map isn't that big, by any means. And that's the only spot for clay, which is interesting. Smack it, bop it. Yeah, so far I feel like I really like the assets. I really like the look of things and how they're very well used looking and everything. And it's just very unique and different from any other game I've played, whether sim or survival-based game or anything like that. I like the music, even though some of it is out of place. And the game visually is very pretty looking, but it doesn't feel like it has a lot of depth. Like, I feel like there's just like a lot of on the surface level stuff that you can quickly get through, and then it kind of ends because there's no POIs to really explore, no lore of any kind to really get intrigued on, or any like history. Like, because you're doing ancient farms and stuff and you have these old tools and stuff, there's nothing to come across to like teach you about certain elements, right? Like, if you're really into history, you're not going to really get any of that interesting information. And then if you're waiting on only one merchant boat to come by and you're not sure when they're going to come by, like, that feels like it's a bit problematic at that point, because then what are you supposed to do? If you're not planting stuff, you're building, but if once you've built everything, what do you do then? You know, you're just kind of waiting around for the next boat to come by, which seems very strange. And it does look like you can speed up time. Yeah, like you can do times 8, times 16, times 32. But even then, it just feels like, but why should I have to do that in order to play the game? You know, like, because it feels like I just started and I already have to do that in hopes of getting the merchant ship here. And also, there are no other farms. There are no other people except for the merchants that on occasion come by, which is a bit unfortunate. And then it's like, okay, well, I can grow crops, but what's the real purpose of it? What's the so what factor besides just growing them? Because I can't eat them. If I can feed them to the animals, I guess that's something. But otherwise, all you're doing is just selling everything that you grow or that you try to raise. But it's like, but to what end? Again, if I find that something has the highest value point out of anything else for selling it, what would stop me from just doing that? Which then doesn't give a lot of depth to the game. So that's just what I mean by, like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of depth here. There's some really nice elements here, but it almost feels like this game would be better off in early access, where it can gain a lot more depth and a lot more growth. Okay, let's go check on those carrots, because I think we should be able to pull those now. There we go. Also, do we see the merchant ship? Not yet. Okay, so do we harvest with the sickle? No. Okay. With our hands? Do we just yank? What do we do? Ready to harvest? Yes. Game, I don't know what you want me to do. No sickle, no hands. I mean, usually you would just use your hands and pull it out, but... Huh. Okay. Right click, left click, E, F. Teabag on it, like I don't... Okay. Do I hoe it? Like, no, it's red, okay. Yeah, I have no idea. You could probably say, well, maybe it's because they're tutorial carrots, because they grow fast, so they're meant for the tutorial, but because I ended the tutorial, that did something to it? I have no idea. Not a clue. Well, let's go on back. Let me look at the blueprints real quick just to see if there's any other tool that could potentially help pull carrots from the ground. Maybe I'm missing something. Knife, that's for mutilating animals, okay. That's what it says. Well, slaughtering, but still. Demolition hammer. Oh, maybe shovel? Ah, for digging up plants. Okay, yeah. So we need wood and stone? Yes, wood and stone. Yeah, it does seem like you burn through durability pretty quick, but then again, these are rudimentary tools, so that is, I guess, understandable as well. Alright, carrots. Your enemy, the shovel, has arrived. The shovel. Chauvel. Okay, so far everything seems to be like a 2-click, at least in the ground, to get stuff. Tons of grass for days. Where did our carrots go? Play. Did I miss something? Was it because they were tutorial carrots? Like what? I dug up the carrots, but they're not in my inventory. Well, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about eating or drinking, because otherwise we'd be really screwed. Because we gonna starve. Though that doesn't bode well for us farming anything then. Because the shovel was the only thing I saw where it was like, oh, it's good for digging up plants. And so you can't, like, dig up grass or anything. This has to be with the scythe, so you would assume, okay, so then this has to be for our food. So it shouldn't destroy it. Oh, here's another clay area. Okay, cool. Okay, we found the second one. But yeah, like, it shouldn't be destroyed then, so where did it go? Hopefully it was only because it was tutorial carrot and not regular carrot, I guess. Okay, well, I guess let's just expedite the time here and see if we can get some merchants so we can start doing stuff. Can I throw my shovel at him? Is that possible? I feel like I'm burning way too much time to get this merchant ship coming. Also, there doesn't seem to be a day-night cycle, which is unfortunate. Because I think it would look beautiful at night. See the stars and the moon out and everything? But it's just perpetually daytime. Like, it's perpetually high noon, which seems really unfortunate. Yeah, do they come just every season? Like, what is going on here? We're almost into Shamu. We're currently in Parrot? I don't know how to say that. Top right corner, though. Oh, hi. Okay, so it is like every... Oop, nope, stop. Every, I guess, season or something. That's so weird. Okay. That seems like such a long time. Small plow. Okay. Cow. Moo. Sheep. Yep, so they have animals. Ox, pig, sheep, chicken, cow. You can also buy the tools if you don't want to make them, I guess. Okay. Oh, okay, and they have schematics too, even though they call them schemes, which is interesting. Oh, you can actually make your temple pretty large. There's right wing, left wing, and main sanctuary. Here's the brewery and coffee roastery, or the coffee, as I like to say. We're currently at what? What is our gold at? Here we go, 3,500. Okay. Do I want to buy an animal at this point? I feel like I should hold off and just start with the seeds, maybe? I don't know. Knowing how long it'll take for them to come back here makes me worried. How do we purchase? Was it just... Okay, seed. There we go. Okay, double click on it, I guess. That's interesting. Let's do 10. First trade. Make your first purchase from a merchant. The beginning. Let's also do olives, actually. No, that's pretty expensive, though. I guess more carrots? We have 2 more rows we could fill. We're at 1990, good year. Now let's do garlic. And we'll do lettuce. Let us leave. Like, we could buy an animal too and I guess build for it, but let me see. Because we would need to build a few different things at that point. Like, we'd have to build a cow pasture if we want to do a cow. Or a sheep pasture if we want to do sheep, of course. Yeah, let's just buy an animal. Whatever. Let's just do it. Worry about it after the fact. Something you really should never do, but... for the sake of the game. Baba, white sheep. Let's go. Did they just shove that sheep in my inventory? Oh, they sure did. Okay. What kind of bag of holding am I rocking right now? Uh-oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Game is freezing. And we're back. Did the boat disappear? It did. That no, it's there. Okay. I was like, oh, maybe because it was like leaving or like whatever, that maybe that's why the frame drops, but no. Okay. Yeah, you have to be like fairly close and exact in order to plant stuff. Let's see. Or really interact with anything. Which is not a bad thing, it's just something to get used to, because usually other games tend to give you a little more leeway, a little more distance. Okay, so ready to harvest no, yield in 3. Yield in 3, yield in 4. Okay, so they do vary depending. Yield in 1. Oh! And if you plant them during the wrong season, they'll wither. Which it's like, well then, how do you know which season though? That's another thing, like the game doesn't tell you like which season. Do I plant it in Shamu, Aket, Perret? Like, I don't know. I don't know these seasons. So, yeah, that seems to be a little bit of a misstep there by not giving that information. Number of cycles into the harvest 5. Without water, the plant will die in 7 cycles. Okay, hold on. I mean, I can, I guess, still try to water these. Or maybe we still have to wait for a cycle to go by before. Yeah, that's so weird too. Like, okay, you just planted them, but then you have to wait a full cycle to actually water them. Or is it because they're in the wrong season that you can't water them anyway? Oh, okay. See, and then that's annoying too, because if they wither, I'm assuming they die, and then you have to wait a whole other season for the merchant to come so you can get more seeds to test out and make sure that you're doing it on the right season, which you don't really know because there's no information being provided to you. So yeah, that seems like a little bit of a misstep there. At least face value from what I'm seeing right now. Again, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a detail that I didn't notice, but they didn't even have it in the tutorial when they planted the first crop, because that would have been a good time to be like, by the way, these are the seasons. These are things you have to think about as you plant this carrot. So, okay. Well, there we go. We've got those. Let's go hammer. Let's also just look at what a sheep shelter looks like. So, ooh, that's a good size. Okay. So we need 3 planks and 3 stone blocks. Okay, there we go. Soft wool. Create your first sheep pasture. The water is used to provide animals with drinking water. The trough is used to feed animals. Okay, so we will actually have to maybe use some of the food that we grow. Or, well, it's hay, though. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work out. But, okay, so we do have to feed the animals, water, as well as water the plants. Okay, makes sense. All right, let's plop in our sheep here, if we can. I'm not really... How do we do this? 9... Hello? Ah, put animal. Okay, via the sign. What the heck? Good lord, no wonder I could carry you around so easily. You're so small. SMOL. So small. Like, wow. I think you're slightly too small, to be honest with you. That's not... How... Okay, well, pocket sheep. Best sheep. There we go. Yeah, like you completely lose track of where the sheep is. They're so small. Where'd it go? I don't know. All right. Well, I think overall, this game feels like it's an early access, and I don't say that because things feel super janky or anything. Like, the things that are in here look very nice and work very well. The problem is that it's lacking depth. It just feels like, okay, well, we need this for this sake, and that's about it. And there's not a lot of depth to exploration, to engagement of anything, and there's not really a lot of depth to the farming as well. Like, what's the purpose? There's also information that really I feel like should be in here that just isn't. So it makes it frustrating and more of a kind of a waste of your time, even though at least luckily you can speed up time. But the fact that we had to rely on it so early on already just concerns me. And especially with this being a 1.0 release. So, again, I think the music is really nice, though some of it's out of place. Visually, it's very pretty. It's a good-looking game, and it seems to run well, and, you know, the things that are in here work. It's just there's not a lot of depth to it, which then makes me wonder about long-term viability, you know? Are you going to put in 5 hours and be like, okay, I'm good? Or are you going to really get a good time out of this? And it's understandable too, seeing the reviews, which are currently mixed on Steam. So I get that. Like, I'm mixed on my experience thus far. But you know what? Don't just trust me. You can check it out for yourself. The link is in the description section of this video. Again, this key was provided to me, but I do want to be fair on how I feel about it, my experience thus far with it, and also share these notes so that hopefully it can benefit further development. Yeah, like you can see here, our plants just withered and died because it's the wrong season, even though we didn't know that. So it's like it's a waste of your money and a waste of your time all of a sudden. So stuff like that, though the withering looks really cool. It was really neat to see that. So it's just those kind of things. Like there are some interesting elements here. It's just it needs more to it. What it feels like is like we're just getting kind of bare bones. Very pretty bare bones, but still bare bones. And it just needs more, is all. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other. And if you enjoy sim games like this and so much more, make sure to subscribe for free. That way you can get notified when more episodes go live here on the channel. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.